there's like millions of flip-flops just
Millions?
floating in the ocean.
Holy shit.
They've been like collecting fucking
They should be reselling them.
close to 1 million plastic shoes.
Guaranteed there's like
Right, wait.
flip-flop shops opening all over the
Probably.
Don't
Used
say
flip-flops.
flip-flop shop. Don't say used flip-flop.
Right.
Because we have to chase him. Because he's the hero Gotham deserves. But not the one I need right now. So we'll hunt him. Because he can take it. Because he's not a hero. He's a silent guardian. A watchful protector. A dark knight.
Oh god.
A dark night that sparkles.
Welcome to a very special episode of The Unmonetizables, the official podcast of the Folk Chronicles, the dumbest search for intelligence in the galaxy, and Steps Us a Podcast to the Indie Scots Network's Scots with Soul podcast. My name is Captain Privilege, and with me, through no choice of their own, are Dr. Darkside
Long live Grumpy.
and Grandmaster Tech.
Yeah, portable vampire diamond mines.
What the fuck are you talking about? As ever, I'm completely unaware.
Good.
But if you're unaware, folks, this is the only show in the galaxy that expertly dissects your primitive planet's curatable culture, aka the trending tat of the week. And can I get an F in the chat?
You can get an O as well to follow that.
One of the greatest cornerstones of British entertainment is gone. It's no more. It's wiped off the map.
Good. Who's that?
What do you mean good? Jezza Kyle was cancelled.
Oh,
Did you fucking how did you miss this?
yeah. So we should be celebrating, right?
What? Why?
Because it was
That really was the trending tat of the week.
because it was just dragging poor people through the toilet. Basically, it was
Dragging
it was a war on war on poor stupid people.
It was a war on poor stupid people.
Yeah,
How dare you, sir?
it was highly manipulative.
It was
and
fine people in those shows. Those were everyday, everyman, just like you and me.
that were
if we were human.
desperate to air their dirty laundry in public.
Just
say
like any
laundry.
other fucking show. What was it different when it was Trisha?
Hold on, why did it get cancelled?
Because
Yeah, you know why.
a guy failed
Yeah,
the lie
'cause
detector
bad
test and then went
Because
and
bad things.
killed himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so isn't that good?
What? So the whole
It's not good
right,
that it's getting cancelled.
right. So let's break this down then, right? So someone who's on a show kills himself, therefore show no more.
No, it's happened
One of the
before
longest
though.
running talk shows in television fucking history is wiped off the map. What the fuck are we going to do? Now there's going to be 5 million middle-aged to old-ass women, busybody motherfuckers who nothing better to do during the day.
What did they do before Jessica? They talked over.
Yeah, they
fences.
talk too much.
Yeah.
They fucking spread gossip. They fucking, had this weird little community fucking spirit going on.
The issue is this is bigger than Jessica.
Yeah.
This is reality TV or unreality TV in and of itself. Two of the contestants that were in Love Island last year killed themselves.
Yeah.
So
But Love Island's still kicking off.
not for much longer, I don't think, because they're gonna look at the whole of this. They're gonna look at Geordie Shore
I would
and
say they're going to look at the whole of this.
Big Brother, everything like that is gonna
Geordie Shore. No. Not my Geordies. No.
You know what I think? You get what I think it should
Ways
do?
Essex and all that.
You know what I think it should do? For the time slot that
Doesn't
Jeremy Kyle was on, they should
say
just
slot?
they should just leave a blank screen for that entire time slot, so that when Jeremy Kyle was meant to come on, it just goes to a blank screen.
So the telly's just off on
It's
channel
it's just a
ITV
black screen
for a fucking...
with someone going, "You would be
Just
watching
Jeremy
Jeremy
Kyle
Kyle."
staring at the screen for half. What does Jezza Kyle do after this? That's what I thought. Is he going to stack
He's
shelves?
an
in
easy
supermarket?
transition. Come on. He was already trying out on fucking GMTV.
Well, he had a radio show before.
He's going to turn into a traveller, you know what I mean? He's going to be walking around supermarkets and streets going, "What's your problems? I can solve them on the spot."
Redemption Tale. He's now going to go shoot the most kick-ass show about following up and go into all these fucking people's houses and see, like, that'd be it.
He's gonna
The
go.
Jezebel kicks ass tour when he comes after everybody
He's gonna-
who swears that the lie detector
that's it.
is wrong.
That's it.
He's gonna kick down people's front doors.
Yeah,
guilty
he's
as
gonna,
sin.
he's gonna become the first TV talk show celebrity to turn it into a superhero.
I mean, you fucking a super villain, me. Like, everyone's complaining, it's like, look at him just abuse these fucking pure mentally unstable folk. That you thought he was bad before. Now we're gonna send him door to fucking door.
Even the Joker is going, "Whoa, dude!"
Imagine I'm just drop
Stand
kicking.
down.
Imagine I'm just drop kicking in your door, shouting, "You are the fucking father."
There was an interview with
Just
John.
turning up at your work and just accosting you, like, "You filthy little liar."
There was an interview with the journalist John Ronson on Channel 4 talking about all this stuff, and he'd said that he talked to a researcher on another similar show like Jezebel previously. He wouldn't say which one, but this researcher
Shitbag.
said that their magic trick for deciding who should or should not go on the show was finding out which medication they were on.
Oh, yeah.
And if they
see?
were on an antidepressant, then that was perfect.
Yeah.
That's just what they're looking for.
Yeah. Half the ship would have probably made an appearance.
Rumor
At
and
least somebody.
speculation. You'd be surprised at the amount of people who do take medication for mental health issues these days. Are you stigmatising that? Are you saying that they cannot go and air their dirty laundry as would any other fucking person? Like you mentioned before, your fucking Geordie shows, your fucking... What about all these shows where they get up naked and show their bits?
Whoa.
Go, there's some weird
What, Keith
doctor.
Chegwin?
No, there's like a doctor's live watch. That was how dank. Good God, it's so dank I could taste it through here.
That
Look
was-
at the TV shows with the I'm 600-pound guy or something like.
Aye, then there's the ones that's like, look like
many
General
shows that
Watts
are-
and shit.
Like half of
Yeah.
television is
So
just
how's-
pure exploitation, man.
So what's the problem with that? Jezza was the best at exploitation.
Because we should just go back to having people on stalks and in the middle of town. We all throw vegetables at them. Surely,
No, we just send in the most tanned fucking
Yeah, but
weird judgmental man with smart shoes in to make really dank, awkward
the thing is,
fun
Darkseid,
of them.
if we did go back to that of throwing vegetables at people that were in the stocks, people would start actually causing protests and riots because they're genetically modified vegetables. Can't throw them at people.
You're a genetically modified vegetable.
was actually quite
Interestingly,
good of me,
one of the proponents of the Jeremy Kyle show, Daniela Westbrook spoke out.
Yeah, who actually appeared on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said that basically, if it wasn't for the Jeremy Kyle show, she would never have went to rehab and she might be dead.
There you go. We would not have Daniela Westbrook.
What a loss to the world that would be.
Jezza, how dare you?
He
Classic actress.
he saved Daniela Westbrook for us.
But do you know how many folk has he helped? Where are all these people now? Why aren't they piping up? Probably because they've got no credit on their phone, no minutes on their phone, the internet.
They've ran out of paper stories to sell.
Well, that's
New
true.
They're
reports is
too
out,
busy
yeah.
picking out the
Shrapnel.
fagged outs from local Ashton.
Oh, whoa, hey, oh, hey.
Oh, hey,
Digging a
whoa.
bit deep there.
Don't say fagged outs.
But another great loss to us this week is, of course,
Where the fuck's he going? He's just stealing my fucking shit.
Yeah.
is of course, Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat, internet legend, dies.
Rip, Grumpy Cat.
Grumpy Cat. You don't know Grumpy Cat. Where have you been?
Yes, I know. Right, first off,
Catch up.
everyone
Catch up privilege.
No, catch up fucking yesteryear. Okay, this isn't a Time Warp episode. Alright? How old does Grumpy Cat mean?
Well, considering
That
that
went viral in
It's so
2012.
old that even saying Grumpy
So,
Cat doesn't
7 years.
actually say what the fuck Grumpy Cat meme even is. I don't... Like, I know. But what?
I want to know how much the owner, Tabitha Bundesen, made off of Grumpy Cat. Must be
anything.
thousands, tens of thousands.
considering
Oh
that-
shit! No, it tells you her owners won no, this is a copyright payout, but £500,000 copyright payout.
Ha!
Wow.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't actually make any money off it. You wait till someone steals your shit and then you sue the fuck out.
that's the best way to make money. It's the only way to make money.
So, yeah, Grumpy Cat is dead. Long live Grumpy Cat.
Holy fuck. Just, you know what I mean? Who will replace Grumpy Cat as the... That's a meme.
Chronically depressed cat.
Still to come, and some fans of a certain other type of content than a meme want winter to come again.
Oh, this is the poor fucking writing that's going on.
Well, my segues, I know, it's your fault. You fucking de-segued me.
I tried to get a perfect segue. but you
Fans
don't
want
with
to
it.
dethrone the last season of Game of Thrones. A signature, a change.org petition.
Yes, that's what I had.
25,000 signatures
They want
for them to remake the
for them to
entire
rewrite
final
it.
season.
They want it to be rewritten by
Rewritten
decent
and
writers.
refilmed. How fucking rude. What the actual fuck? This scares the shit out of me. This really does. After the Sonic patter the other week there.
Yeah.
Now, hypothetically speaking, if they didn't, which we kind of think they do, just released a fake, shitty looking Sonic, and then turned around and went, we'll do what you want, we'll change everything, because no, they fucking wouldn't, if they've got any brains. But hypothetically speaking, if they did, and you've seen the way certain fucking movie companies as of late have reacted to how fans fucking uproar affects the franchise, and now you're talking about folk actually bitching and whining about trying to get, with any fucking ounce of self-awareness, not realising you're actually so entitled to fuck, to turn around and go, I want you to refilm it all.
It
I
feels
want to reshot everything.
It feels like though that
Rewrite it.
we're going down the Microsoft route for culture, and that we put out the beta, and
Don't say beta. What's a beta?
and we test it on the wider audience, and they decide what changes they want to have
you
before they
fat
get the
shaming?
final version.
Okay.
No,
What? First off,
Wider audience.
you agree?
no, I don't agree
Well-
because beta's not a word. Beta. Beta. Okay? We're going to go through this, alright?
However you want to pronounce it.
Do-
Do you agree
well-
or not?
Are you a beta male or do you beat a male?
We'll just leave that dead air there for a little while.
Do you beat a male?
You can pick and choose words all you want,
beat-
but
you beat a male.
do you agree that we're now heading in a version of culture where
Yes.
they put out a version, and then we decide whether we like it or
No,
not.
that
and
would
then,
probably
and then
be
we'll make
better.
the changes and we'll put out the. That's why we have so many sequels,
That would probably be
Yeah,
fucking
remakes
better.
and
But
remakes. And,
like what we were discussing earlier, it's like before the podcast about certain other fucking franchises just violently reacting to fucking fan uproar. You know, you had a certain caped Crusader film after another, caped fucking alien film, and
Yeah.
everyone's uproar was directly affecting how they were fucking plotting out the course of the fucking shit, and still to this day is. And I'm not happy with that, man. It's
Yeah,
weird.
and now
It's
you
scary.
don't know where the fuck it's
If
going.
there's so much uproar, has so much influence, and then over and above that, when you're trying to make a film or a product, the company's, the machine within is already pulling you a hundred
You know what the
ways.
funny thing is the fact that the population has more control over movies than it does in its own government's votes. Change actually does happen.
well, that's why they're creating a change.org petition.
Yeah, totally.
Presumably, but the thing that I don't get is George R. R. Martin sat down with the writers for this
Yeah.
and helped to write the final few episodes, the last
There's
season.
nothing
Even though he
wrong,
hasn't
yeah.
produced the last 2 books yet.
Folk are just being
Yeah.
big babies.
So what went
because-
wrong? If he
Tell you
if he
exactly
had-
what
What
went
went
wrong?
wrong is the studios made them too fast.
with they were just
Yeah,
trying to pump it
it's,
around
there,
too far.
there's actually like a rule when it comes to movie or anime or cartoon or whatever adaptations of stories like books, mangas, things like that, is that you can try and go at the same speed, but if the story stops, then you have to give your fans something. So you have to make shit up. And then the book comes out and you're like, oh fuck, it's actually totally different for the book. So they've at least been smart by getting the original writer in to go, come on, can you gear something to finish this off? But at the same time, he might go back to writing the last 2 books and be like, yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just going to change it.
so another huge catastrophe with another franchise is, of course,
Don't say it.
Robert
Don't say
Pattinson
No!
Yeah,
to take over for Ben
Yeah.
Affleck
yeah.
to play Caped Crusader, an upcoming superhero flick
Yeah.
Batman.
You mean Robert Pattinson?
Oh god.
Robert Pattinson, I say.
For me, it was bad enough with Ben
Did
Affleck.
anybody see that?
You mean
tumble?
you-
Batfleck.
You're
Pattinson is the new Batfleck.
You're just dredging it through the gutter to put in
What?
the guy at Twilight.
What's wrong with
Seriously.
Robert Pattinson being Batman? What's wrong with
Batman's going to be a moody emo now.
Fucking DC, they're clearly just not bowing to the fans' wills here and there and just try to like making the most fucked up decisions.
Yeah, you know
This
that-
franchise is the best franchise ever. Avengers doesn't stand a candle to this. Also fucking well plotted out, so well thought out, so fucking not what everyone expected it to be franchise. I'm so happy we have Robert Pattinson.
I can feel the pulse and rage from all the way across
Don't
the
say
ship.
pulsing. You ain't seen me pulsing.
I don't want to see you pulsing.
So who would you want to see instead of
Batfleck. Keep Bat. What the fuck did you do to Ben Affleck? How have you fucked him up so much he ain't going to play Batman no more? What have you done to that poor man? And we, every single one of us who are sitting making all the fucking Robert Pattinson memes all we want, are to blame because we've done the same thing to Batfleck to the point where he was fucking tearing his hair out and having a mental
Okay,
breakdown.
chill. I want to see Gary out
I'll
of
fucking chill
Team
with
America. Gary. Get Gary. He should play Batman. That would be
You're talking about puppets.
Yes.
You're talking about actual puppets.
It would be an improvement from Ben Affleck, to be honest.
You know what I want?
Pattinson.
Do you know what I fucking want? At this point, where we'd be better than any of that, Batman isn't actually a fucking face. We don't get an actor in. It's a fucking horror film. And it's just criminals
Whoa.
running the fuck away from the actual Dark Knight. This motherfucker's just coming
Horror
out with
film,
wings
I like
and
that.
picking them off
So
one
all
by
you
one.
see is the occasional shadow on a wall.
Fuck yeah.
Things like
That's-
that.
that's-
Straight
pretty
up, just
cool.
ninja wiping
It's like
you out.
Jeepers Creepers meets Batman.
It's like fucking Anakin chasing after younglings, except it's Batman chasing after criminals.
That just sounded fucking horrible. Ugh.
Straight up. Amazing.
That sounded like something more out of Hellraiser. It's a Leviathan.
Right, that's no, but I'm done. If they get Tom Cruise and Green Lantern, I might watch that again. I might watch Shazam. I'll maybe watch Aquaman, but short of
I've
that,
seen Aquaman.
and I'll probably watch Suicide Squad too. Actually, I'm done. I'm not really done. Am I?
No, you're not.
Shit.
You're lying
But I'm
to
not
yourself.
invested. I fucking refuse to watch them, to keep up to date, to give a fuck, because you fucked around with it so goddamn much. It's fucking heartbreaking. Which it really is.
Trigger.
Like, fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna go for Batfleck to Robert
Well
Pattinson.
triggered.
On the subject of celebrities, police are feeding celebrity photos into facial recognition software to solve crimes. I don't even understand this. Police departments across the nation, America, are generating leads and making arrests by feeding celebrity photos, CGI renderings, and manipulated images into facial recognition software. And famously, Woody Harrelson has been used by the New York Police Department in its
Right.
facial recognition program in an
Oh,
attempt to identify a beer thief who looked like the actor.
Oh. Right, this is the same one with like David Schwimmer. The guy that looks
Yeah,
like David Schwimmer.
it seems to be similar like that.
Yeah,
But
like what the fuck?
how can you use a lookalike, a celebrity doppelganger?
That's
Don't say
kind of
doppelganger.
creepy, because then if somebody's like, "Oh, he looked like that,"
Yeah, pretty much that's where it comes out. You look like that, so they get a picture that looks like you.
scary biscuits.
Yeah.
Let me see a boy, a video of a boy down south kicking up fuck, said they're on the go facial recognition technology. Just a van. And he's seen like a bunch of cameras sticking out and he's seen it. Before he's coming in the corner or whatever, so he's fucking put his hood up and covered his face so the police grab him.
Aye, because you
And
put
he's
his
just
hood on.
standing there arguing.
Why'd
He's
you
like,
put your
I'm a
hood up?
fuck. And he's like, because I don't want you to film my face. Why do you want us to film your face? So where the fuck's it go to do with you? And I'm like, aye, you must be guilty. Guilty.
And so this is why in San Francisco this week has become the first US city to ban facial recognition. Legislators in San Francisco have voted to ban the use of facial recognition. It's the first city in the US to do so. Emerging technology will not be allowed to be used by local agencies such as the city's... Oh no, it will be. No, it won't be. City's Transport Authority or law enforcement, but it will still be used at the airport and the harbour. to catch people coming and going.
Because they're not going to scan round the streets of tent cities racking up by the fucking hundreds to thousands in San Francisco of all the fucking homeless people shitting all over the goddamn streets. They don't have that Superman algorithm to remove beards and mustaches for the fucking serious chronic human fecal problem that is plaguing San Francisco right now.
Those in favour of the move said that technology
Somebody
as it exists today
Fucking hot
is
takes, mate.
unreliable and represented an unnecessary infringement on the people's privacy and liberty. In particular, this is
I agree with its sentiment.
opponents argue the systems are error prone, particularly when dealing with women or people with darker skin.
Yeah.
So the facial recognition systems are seen as discriminatory and racist.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
But it's just
Everything is racist.
it's just weird that San Francisco is the centre of world technology generation. You know, Google
And they're
Facebook
saying fuck that shit.
they're saying fuck that shit. So what? You should be kind of worried about this when
It's too late.
the most advanced technology people in the world are like, fuck this.
No point in worrying. They've already got your fucking nipples to your nasal hairs documented and
Well,
glorious 3D rendered.
what you should really be worrying about
Uh-oh.
is the tide of plastic flip-flops engulfing islands.
Just flip-flop.
Just flip-flops, apparently.
Well, people
Just people that's
abandoning
losing
them.
a single flip-flop or chucking them off and getting swept away by the current
When,
or
when
whatever.
you've lost one flip-flop, what are you going to do with the other one?
Toss the other one
exactly,
in the
you're
ocean.
going
That's
to
what
chuck
most
it
people
away.
do. So the pair of flip-flops are reunited on the beach of a wonderful Mediterranean or Caribbean.
Or is there like
Ocean front.
a flip-flop beach? Is there like
That
one
there
beach?
is a flip-flop beach.
There's one beach where they all end up. They're like, all the flip-flops migrate to this one beach.
It's their fucking
This one specifically
aerodynamic
is,
qualities in the water, whatever you call it.
Aye, this one
Aquadynamic?
This one is specifically in the Indian Ocean. There's an island off the coast of Indonesia. The Keeling Islands, I think it's called. Anyway, basically, so you're looking at
Fucking geography lesson.
all of the beaches around about southern Indonesia and northern Western Australia. There's like millions of flip-flops just
Millions?
floating in the ocean. That's what I'm saying. They've been like collecting fucking
They should be reselling them.
close to 1 million plastic shoes.
Guaranteed there's like
no, wait.
flip-flop shops opening all over the place.
Oh, don't
Used
say
flip-flops.
flip-flop shop. Don't say used flip-flop.
Right, close to 1 million plastic shoes, mainly flip-flops, are among the torrent of debris washed up on an unspoilt paradise in the Indian Ocean.
We've officially used up the amount of times you're allowed to say flip-flop in a lifetime on
But
this
it's
show.
bad.
Flop flip. How about that then? We'll call them flop flips.
Flip. It even sounds like what it does. Flip.
Just flop flops.
Flop flops.
Use our pair of flops.
So, I've got a question for you.
No.
Got a question.
Denied.
Cannot deny this one. This is undeniable.
Okay. Flyer, alright.
Is this the climate change
What
then?
would you rather choose? Microsoft or Sony?
Sony.
Oh, both of them. Apparently.
Apparently so, because Microsoft and Sony have come up with a games streaming deal to
they're
try
shitting
and
themselves
combat
with Google.
Google and Amazon.
They're shitting themselves with Google coming.
They're no shitting fuck
Oh.
all.
They're
How
shitting
are
product.
Oh yeah, I'm so scared of that Google fucking console thing, Stadia.
Oh, the Google thing's going to rule when it comes out. Because
Shut up! Oh my
shut up.
Well, we know where he's bought all that new merchandise from.
Yeah, because there's a thriving Google fan base.
Google flip flops.
Listen,
how do you search the interwebs?
Using
turn on
the
my
internet.
PS4.
And you use that
I turn on
Microsoft,
my
Sony,
Apple.
use Bing,
I
don't
turn
you?
on my Apple and then I go to fucking YouTube.
You're on the Bing.
The only Bing that
Go
I
to
use
trending in
is the
Twitter.
sound of that warning when the Bing page opens, so I know when to close it.
Nah, fuck that, man.
Yeah. So the other question is,
Sony and Microsoft teaming up to do a streaming thing. That's a good thing because that means you'll get more shit on your PlayStation,
more compatibility.
more compatibility.
Xbox and PlayStation crossover.
Sony and Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah. probably.
Well, it wouldn't be really I suppose it would be an
It's-
exclusive because it wouldn't be on the Xbox.
It's good for the fact that there'll be sort of potential future for collaboration between the two of them. But at the same time, will this eventually end the Xbox Sony war?
There's been a
Xbox
war.
PlayStation war.
They had
Oh,
court
yeah.
cases or
Well,
something.
no, just Xbox and PlayStation have always been competing systems.
Yeah,
They were
then
the top of the
you
line,
miss
you know?
the
Yeah, but we're obviously in the next generation now, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, is this going to
Nuremberg
be?
gaming trials.
Yeah,
of
is this going to end up being that there's no longer an Xbox or a PlayStation? Eventually, it will come down to you just have this one system.
It's just going to be
These two companies are
Sega.
Sega.
You fucking keep pop
X Station,
Sing on.
Playbox. You know what I mean? Playbox 12. Fuck.
I mean,
But,
somebody brought up there were a video I was watching, and they were like, bah, 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 and I was like, hold the fucking bus here. Keeps talking about how it's digital, but then you're going to end up with this digital monopoly. If you ain't buying shit second hand, then the only sales you're going to get are timed sales. You
Yeah.
know, and I know you need to wait, cut a month, half a year for a game to go from 50 down to 30. But in the future, that fucker's going to stay up 50 for like 2 years solid.
But it's
And
probably
then
not going
it'll
to be as
start
high as
dropping.
50 to start with. It's not going to...
You kidding? It's only
You're not going to need the physical version of it. So
That does they stop them. Here's a collector's edition with extra XP.
how much
Nah,
money?
yeah.
How much money out of that 50 quid goes to creating the disc, creating the packaging,
what
putting it in
what
a
do you mean
shop,
disc?
the overheads of the shop, like
Actually,
a lot of that.
Yeah.
apparently it costs less in carbon footprint to make physical copies of games.
Yeah, but to
Yeah.
put it in a shop and to sell it in said shop is like 20% of the cost of that product, I would think.
Nah.
Well, you'd be surprised because there's a lot of shops that will actually give
Because the-
No,
companies
they put
deals.
hundreds of
wa-
millions
the
into
wages of
developing
staff,
the games, though.
the wages of staff in those shops. Whereas if it's getting sold to Amazon, how much does a game cost on Amazon? They're not cheaper. They're not a hell of a lot
No.
cheaper on
It's
Amazon.
no really,
Not
no.
really.
No,
Maybe a couple of quid.
You should be right in principle, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking 50 quid rounded.
Yeah, they
for
know
most
the
fucking-
game, man.
For a physical copy, it's
Yeah,
not much
people
dearer.
will actually pay more to buy it on Amazon because they don't have to leave their house.
yeah, but I think
know?
there'll be more
Yeah.
choices in the future, and that you won't have to buy the game outright. You can just rent it for a week or
That's
something.
interesting.
God, that sounds like going back to the SNES days, man. That'd
back
be
to
amazing.
fucking up the
Going
fucking
into your local
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster to go and pick up a fucking copy.
Yeah.
That was the
Especially if it was a
shiz.
PC game and then you hacked it, copied it, took it back, and you had a copy of your game.
Okay, stop admitting illegal activities. That's,
Come on, that shit was rife in the fucking 90s, man.
hypothetically.
Can I
Run those
segue
hand.
into illegal activities?
Ooh.
I'll allow it.
Massive news in the last
Huge.
week. This actually happened last week, technically, but
But you
There's
always
been a
need to
lot-
keep up. Yeah, we get it.
lawmakers, the people in Denver, Colorado, last week voted to decriminalize magic mushrooms.
You and your fucking mushrooms.
And
He's
I
such
hit-
a fun guy, eh?
Oh Jesus!
Come on.
I thought I was bad.
It was
Yeah,
a
so
joke my
a
great
historic vote,
grandfather would have made.
a historic vote that passed by, well, wait till you hear the percentage, 50.56% in favour to 49.44% opposed.
Was someone just
To
like
decriminalise.
was someone just
magic
like
mushrooms.
wrote half a tick on yes and half a tick
Gotta
on
say,
no or
the
something?
percentage for yes would have been a lot higher, but many of the fucking
Couldn't
many of the
be-
voters couldn't quite make it all the way there. Were found staring at fucking trees outside in their hands.
So it won't totally legalise the
Couldn't quite
use
put
of
the ballot in the box.
It wouldn't entirely legalise the use of magic mushrooms, but it will formally order the Denver police to make enforcement of drug laws against mushroom users their lowest priority. So essentially, it's decriminalised.
Yeah, it's decriminalised, but it's basically the same as alcohol. You know, alcohol's legal, but don't fucking drive with it.
So it's
Basically,
the same as alcohol, you know. One of the voters was quoted as saying, I went to tick the box and then all of a sudden I was inside the box. I'm still trapped inside the said prison. You know what I mean? Like,
Bring
it's
me
same
cake.
as alcohol. We've all been there. Like, what?
I've been trapped inside a
Fuck
box with
no,
alcohol.
man.
You know,
Fuck
like
no.
falling inside a wheelie bin. You know,
Half
that
a
happens quite
pint
often.
and driving is nowhere near the same as half a dose and then fucking drive.
That's because you're not scaling it properly.
Well, there's fucking unicorns
Yeah.
floating across the fucking...
So
It's like playing Trials Fusion, just try to get to work.
the interesting thing is Denver was the first city to decriminalize marijuana in 2012. No, or earlier than that, I think. And it took 7 years from them decriminalizing it to be for it being fully available for recreational use.
Well, you know what?
And there's a lot of proponents of magic mushrooms that are now interested in how this could open up the debate on the
Other drugs.
medicinal use of.
Oh, right.
But that's easily going to take about 14 years.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because they're all going to be too fucking high out their face to be debating and changing the laws.
Magic mushrooms are the safest illegal drug.
You're the you're the illegal drug.
Yeah, struggled with
Ah,
that.
fuck.
So, well, then they should be perfect for a trial run of the world's first self-flying taxis.
Yeah, I saw this in Germany.
Self-flying
Yeah, German
taxi.
startup company has unveiled what it says is the world's first 5-seater self-flying
I'm not getting
taxi.
it.
Oh,
I'm not getting a flying fucking
I'm not
taxi.
getting into an Uber bomber. Like, what the fuck?
The
A
fa-
crashing taxi.
We have such send flying taxis.
It's bad enough when that helicopter hit the pub in Glasgow. Like, I'm not getting in a flying taxi. Like, no way.
Clearly, that pilot was on mushrooms. But why not? I mean, it's going to be the future.
It's going to be the future. I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine just skip more all the traffic. It'd be so good.
But by that time, it won't be ground traffic; it'll be air
Is
traffic.
it called Lilium? That's the name of it.
Yeah. Can you imagine what happens if you get pulled over for speeding?
Imagine we bastard
Excuse
Wayne's
me, sir.
kicking
Can you
about.
pull over? Fuck.
Imagine there be bastard Wayne's running up and down the bangs in the back streets on their fucking quads, but it's just flying quads.
Quiet.
Just
Silent.
Everybody's got lanes to go to, and these wee fuckers are just cutting through fields of ale.
Well, think about it. Drifting round roundabouts would no longer be a problem. Yeah.
Capable of travelling 300 kilometres in 60 minutes. That's like 120 miles in 60 minutes. That's not really that fast.
No, it's not. But I mean, if you
Aye,
take,
but it's A to B though, isn't it?
Yeah,
You'd
but-
be like, I'm going there. I'm not going via this road round that corner.
that's
that,
it. Because the
there'll be
computer,
fucking more direct routes.
the onboard computer would have to file flight plans and shit. You know what I mean? You don't have to
Yeah.
file a proper flight plan.
Or
if
it'd have to be
you're
like an
under certain-
FAA fucking of.
Yeah, but like if you've got more than one of these in your area, they would have to know where the other ones are to fucking avoid them and shit like that. Right?
Fucking network
And then somebody
of
sends up
control
their
towers.
own little drone and crashes into it and causes a big massive accident because some wee fanny with a drone's like, oh, look at this.
Yeah, never mind that. What happens when it's fucking shit in the rain sideways? Just everybody's like, oh, how does he?
But it's there's loads of little turbines all over
Yeah,
it. It
it's,
looks weird.
36, I think they said there was 36 electric motors that allow it to take off and land vertically.
That's awesome.
Said it was capable of flying for 1 hour on a single charge, so you can do 120 miles on one charge.
What happens if somebody hits you with an air rifle while you're flying over Glasgow?
Presumably, big massive guns will come out the side of it, pop the motherfucker, and then carry on his journey.
See,
I would hope so.
Nah.
You know, Judge Dredd that shit. You
I'm
know?
not getting in one. Is it piloted or is it?
No, it's
Is
unmanned.
it fully? no, definitely not.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
I don't like that.
Because
It's sitting on about an AI, fucking
Yeah.
AI flying me about.
Yeah. no.
considering that Tesla autopilot engaged during fatal crash
Yes, again.
was right next to it. It's like, wow, okay, you guys are right on that news.
Yeah, but there's another sort of driverless lorry allowed on public Swedish roads. A driverless lorry is being used
my
alongside normal
God.
traffic on. I mean, look at it. It doesn't even have a cab. It's just like a brick wall.
Yeah,
It's like a moving brick wall.
Did you ever watch iRobot?
It weighs 26 tons when fully laden.
Wait till the terrorists learn how to code, man. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
fucking.
Well, they don't. That keeps. Actually, that's quite safer because you don't put anybody at risk of hijacking. They just tap into its computer and tell it to come here, and it just drives there.
Hold on. The lorry is limited to 3 miles an hour while mixing with human-driven traffic.
That
3 miles an hour.
Why did that sound wrong? Limited to 3 miles an hour while mixing
It's
with
not going to
human
get anywhere
traffic.
very fast, is it?
Aye,
That's going to be a typo.
It means like when you're in proper traffic, it's
It's probably limited to like within 3 miles an hour or something. I can only move at 3 miles an hour. Any
I was
direction,
watching
you
an
know.
interview with Rogan, and I can't remember his name. It was like an expert on autonomous vehicles and AI, and he said it's not if they make a mistake, it's when they make a mistake. So he reckoned that it's always going to have to
thing
be,
is-
a competent driver behind the wheel, and when you've got a system that doesn't even have a wheel, that freaks me out.
The thing is, one of the things that we're talking about is when they're building roads, if like there was a full autonomous system like that in place, what they were talking about is basically having every road would be a double-decker road, like the main motorways, highways around the world, that all the automated cargo traffic and shit like that would run under the road whilst the human vehicles would drive on top of the road. So there'd be no more trucks. You know?
Just fly the trucks through the air.
Oh, totally!
it's not easy
Easy.
though. Like
And when that 26 tons lands on somebody,
Oh, that's the biggest bird shit
thinking about
ever.
it though, you're like, there's going to have to be a driver behind the wheel, but there worries you there's not going to be a wheel. So like suggesting that they're just going to entrap someone in the fucking front compartment.
that
It may
point-
crash and glitch. Nothing can be done about it. You've just to sit there and
Hey,
fucking
man, by
scream frantically at people. Get out of the
by
way!
that point, they may not even need a wheel. They'll just plug you in.
A default horn just to warn
You know,
folk.
because recently there's been a few people that have accepted the medical trials program to install bioorganic chips into their brain.
all right, you got a story about that?
No. I'm still waiting for the story on that.
Yeah.
I saw the headline and it was just like story coming soon, and I'm like, well, don't release a fucking headline yet then.
I don't want to know about your dodgy fucking
Wet dreams?
wet dream sites. Your
Bioorganic wet
your
dreams?
dodgy subreddits for inserting bits of your
Dodgy
chips into folks.
sub-processors.
On the subject of wet dreams,
Yeah.
1 in 10.
We weren't on the subject of wet dreams.
Well, 1 in 10 Airbnb guests reported discovering hidden cameras in their rentals.
Yeah, totally. It's like
That's-
I'm on the
So
fence.
if you're
with
having
this
a
one.
wet dream,
The thing is,
somebody's checking you.
I'm on the fence with this one, right? we had the film Guest House. Was it Guest House Paradiso? With Rick Mail, you know, kind of bottom spin-off kind of one. We had that fucking years ago, like almost 2 decades
was
ago.
was Psycho know all about that?
So, well, yeah, no,
One
there
of them or
was- there
Hotel
was-
something.
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
Yeah, it's always been the story of people,
Yeah.
a hotelier.
Not only
using
that.
people.
When
A
you're
wee dirty bellboy having
Aye.
a wank through a peephole. It's,
when you go
it's
into
part of nature, man. It's
when you
part
go
of society.
when you go into a reasonable hotel, right? You don't quite
You expect to
that.
get your nipples filmed at some point.
Probably, but you don't exactly expect that shit. When you go into an Airbnb that is just someone's house.
fucking house. I'd expect the bastard to come
Come on.
creeping out from underneath the bed and
Exactly.
stab me.
Oh, there you've got a lock on your door, but I get a spare key.
I mean,
Like, what?
IPX
Yeah.
surveyed 2,023 Americans about their views and opinions on Airbnb and discovered that a staggering 11% of them had reported having discovered undisclosed hidden cameras in their rentals, and then it's got this other the full details of the survey. It's worried about hidden cameras inside Airbnbs. 58%, almost 60% of Airbnb users said they're worried about hidden cameras.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man.
And no, but even worse, 24% are okay with cameras inside common areas.
Watch me, big boy.
12% of them liked it.
Yeah.
Go out of their way to
That's a
get
really
B&B,
niche,
Airbnb just because.
That's a really niche kink there.
Well, that's it. You know, you actually act. I bet you somebody would actually make a good business out of that. You actively advertise. that
Yeah,
the
no,
rooms have
those
cameras in
websites
them.
already
It's just
exist.
called
yeah.
porn, yeah.
Exactly. Well, that's it. You just turn your Airbnb into a stationary porn studio where they can come in, use your cameras to film.
I don't want to
And pay
know about
for
your
it,
business
you know?
proposals.
Oh, there was another story that I don't have here, and it was a guy who went to Amsterdam. He booked a hotel for 2 or something, and he got there. No, it was an Airbnb room for 2,
Yeah.
and he got there, and it turned out it was a It was a porta cabin essentially. It was like a shipping container with a couple of windows in it and a couple of mattresses in the floor. And he was getting charged like £100 a night for this. He got straight away. He disappeared off to a hotel for £250 a night.
You're just waking up halfway across fucking Europe, gonna get your kidneys taken out.
That
rattling about in a container. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. Open your window and there's suddenly trees going past. Like, what the fuck?
Just a fucking Amazon drone flying away with your kidney.
So
delivery sticker.
I guess my last story is Iron Brew maker to launch energy drink. Have you heard about this?
Yeah,
Coke have already got their own one.
It will contain 32 milligrams of caffeine.
I thought they already did. They don't just have the Iron Brew Extra.
No, Iron Brew 52 back in the day.
About fucking 5 times as much sugar as.
The thing is,
I'm wondering whether it would contain sugar or not.
Well, the thing that's bugging me about this one, right, is they decided to bring that out now when, one, I'm guessing normal sales at Iron Brew aren't doing so well, so they need to have something else.
Yeah, it's just to get the old fans back.
But number 2 on the list of things I thought about with that one is caffeine is the next big market to be hit by sanctions beyond sugar.
Oh no! It says here sugar and sugar-free variants of Iron Brew Energy will be available in shops across Scotland, Ireland, and north of England. England from the 1st of July.
But caffeine will be next. I mean, they already. I mean, look at how many stores around the world actually ask for ID now before you can buy.
I think chocolate's way under priced. Like you see, like what the Easter eggs that are in the shop, they're like £1 for a huge Easter egg. That some of them on sale, and you're like, what? How much fat's in that, man? How much sugar's in
that? But caffeine has actually been proven to be more dangerous, especially when kids are drinking them like fucking juice.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Caffeine doesn't make you fat.
Caffeine gives you heart attacks, though.
Yeah.
When consumed in large doses.
And bad blood
Anything will give you heart attacks, bro.
Yeah, no, honestly, 4 cans of, like, say, a Red Bull or Monster or something like that.
Love my caffeine. Don't take my caffeine.
No, you see where I'm arguing from. That's why I know. No, because all these companies are now bringing out energy drinks that they're going to go, wait a minute, look at all these companies that are bringing out energy drinks. Yeah, we need to make money for this.
Caffeine-free caffeine.
Fucking
caffeine-free caffeine. It's like non-alcoholic beer. I still don't see the point in it.
One more, right? What the hell is in this? Mums praise a well-known supermarket's miracle 87p bubble bath. Say they make babies sleep through the night. Yes, the well-known brand's Little Angels Vapor Bath has been a hit with mums, and many have gone as far to describe it as a miracle worker.
The fuck?
What the hell is in this bubble bath? That's what I want to know.
Very low doses of vaporized LSD.
Hey.
Tiny little doses of mushies.
Creepy, yeah.
That's just fucked.
The best night's sleep ever.
Bubble bath death.
Oh. You do have to wonder though. I mean, what chemicals in it that's
lethal amounts
get absorbed through the skin or something? Yeah?
Lethal amounts of sugar and
caffeine, apparently.
If you got that much caffeine, it just wipes your brain out.
Well, there have been folk that have said that when they drank a certain amount of caffeine, they felt tired rather than awake. So, yeah, it's possible.
Talking about fucking sleeping stories, making me all sweepy.
Sweepy. Oh, Beto.
For a canap. Well, that about wraps it up for episode 45 of the Unmonetizables podcast, folks. If you made it this far and not had a bubble bath and went to sleep, we genuinely appreciate your listenership. If you're feeling as frugal as Private Mr. Feudal, gives a wee pound off you over on Patreon. And for those watching via the Folk Chronicles on YouTube, that's www.youtube.com/c/The Folk Chronicles.
Hey.
While you're here, feel free to rewrite our entire season all over that subscribe button.
They have to vote first.
The Folk Chronicles are a part of the Indie Scots Network. Until next time.
All complaints to them.
Until next time. This has been Captain Privilege, Grandmaster Tech, Dr. Darkside, signing off. Closing hailing frequencies, ending communications, and gonna go test my DNA.